Michael Burry is famous for having called time on the subprime lending market years before anybody else, profiting hugely in the process during the 2008 recession. In the film The Big Short, where Michael Burry is portrayed by Christian Bale, we learn before the credits that Burry is focusing all his trading on one commodity: water. Does this mean the value of water is set to skyrocket? Welcome back, it's Luke M, and I hope you're well. It's been a while, and I'm relaunching this channel to focus more on content that can actually benefit you. So if you want to get started in investing or making your life go further, then please consider subscribing. So let's look into why Burry is so drawn to water. For starters, we know that water is a finite resource, meaning that unless things change, we don't have access to an unlimited supply of drinkable water. Did you know that only 1%, yes 1% of water on Earth is drinkable, and it takes 140 litres of water to travel from bush to table to make just one cup of coffee? By 2025, it is estimated that 66% of the world will live in water-stressed areas. This will see a 40% gap between demand and supply emerge over the next 15 years. This could cause a massive problem for food growth in these water-stressed areas. So where does Michael Burry see these opportunities? How can he make money out of a possible solution for this problem? This is what Burry had to say on the subject. What became clear to me is that food is the way to invest in water. That is, grow food in water-rich areas and transport it for sale in water-poor areas. This is the method for redistributing water that is least contentious, and ultimately it can be profitable, which will ensure that this redistribution is sustainable. Burry believes that this is how food redistribution to water-starved areas will work in the future, since countries can't grow food without water. By investing in water now, while it is low in value, he will make money once the value of the water rises due to its scarcity. The less there is of a valuable commodity, the higher the value of it. Think of supply and demand. So let's simplify it. How can we, as beginners, invest in water? There's a great ETF available on many platforms, but I'm using free trade to show it to you right now. The iShares Global Water ETF tracks an index of global water companies, so you are not just focused on one country. Great for global diversification in your portfolio. From May 2015 to February 2020, the value of the ETF rose by just above 70%. It has dipped slightly due to the current climate, but it is set to carry on rising. Now, before we rush in to invest in water, let's stop and think. Burry has not always been right with his predictions and has often made other surprising prophecies. For example, recently, Burry said that GameStop shares are undervalued. This is an odd claim to make, as GameStop is a company failing to adapt to the modern consumer landscape. He also thinks that passive investing, for example ETFs, are in a bubble, something I think many will disagree with. But what do you think? Will you be investing in water? Would you be taking a look at this ETF if you did? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.